Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the final video on 7.2.3 that is going to be Dynamo, Superiority, Energy Adoption, Ice and Lightning. So the defenders are pretty straightforward here. There's not any difficult fight. Maybe Medusa with the auto block, but there's plenty of champions in the game that you can use to counter that. But before we jump into it, let's discuss the nodes. So with Energy Adoption Lightning, whenever you will hit the opponent, there's a chance that you will get a lightning debuff on you, and same goes with energy adoption ice, that whenever you'll hit the opponent there's a chance that you will get a cold snap on you. Now you can get superiority if you use the same class of attacker as the defender, and what that does is activates Dynamo. So whenever you have furies on you and you have armor ups, they're going to reduce the potency of those debuffs. So you can either use champions with a lot of buffs, so somebody like Hyperion, somebody like Colossus, or you can bring in immune champions and not worry about the nodes at all. But the best champions are the ones that can abuse these debuffs. So I've got a list up there that you can use. You can use Ghost, Moleman, Havoc, Crossbones, Kingpin with Hood works pretty well, and as well as Angela with High Sig. Those buffs will not trigger on you. So once you have that down, it's a pretty easy and straightforward path. The boss is going to be that we're going to go against is going to be Venom the Duct. So stay tuned for that. For your masteries, I would suggest you to run Willpower so it can counteract those debuff damage on you, which is going to be very minimal as well. So yeah guys, but before we jump into the path, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot. Now for this video, I am going to bring in Colossus, Moleman and Ghost, as well as Hyperion and Angela. Now the first one is going to be with Angela. I'm using her to showcase that after you have certain amount of buffs on her, she will not gain any of those debuffs that are currently on her. I am running suicides for this path. You don't have to run them. I was just running them because I was doing AQ on the other side and I needed the suicides, but they are not required. And once all those bleeds run out from the suicide masteries, you can easily take out the opponent. Nothing too difficult. Ronan has easily available specials. The next defender is going to be a beast. Now I don't usually use Ghost or Quake or any of those champions that are with high ceiling, high skill, but I just wanted to showcase here that Ghost is an amazing option here. Every time you will hit the opponent, you will get that cold snap as well as shock damage on you, and you can convert all of them into furies, and she will finish off the path very quick on her own. So if you're a Ghost player, this is probably the easiest path to do. So yeah, just to make a note of it, that Ghost and some other champions that can abuse debuffs, they work really well on this path. Now next up is going to be Carnage. Now again, Carnage specials are easily evadable, SP1 and SP2. Now I'm trying to showcase here is a champion with a lot of buffs. So in my case, this is going to be Colossus. Now you will notice that I have those shock debuffs on me, but they're not affecting me much because I have armor ups, and each armor up is reducing the potency by 30% to a maximum of 90. That's the node Dynamo, so I don't need to worry about that. And I'm also running willpower, so I am healing back 193, whereas the damage is not much on me. So I'm just gonna build to an SP2. I'm gonna throw it out. Now Colossus is much more potent if you are running a Juggernaut or a Omega Red with him, because for every armor up buffs his damage is increased by 2 or 1% depending on which champion, synergy champion you bring in. So yeah guys, you can bring that in and you can use that. Apart from that, again, you can go back to the champions with a lot of buffs on them. So for example, Angela will work really well here, Venom will work really well here, Champion works really well. You can also use champions that are immune to both shock damage as well as cold slap damage. So you can use somebody like Silver Surfer, you can use somebody like Corvus Glaive. They all work. There's a lot of viable champions for this part, but I would suggest you to use the ones that can use the debuffs to your advantage. So Ghost, Kingpin, Crossbones, champions like that will make the path much easier and much faster. So continuing with the theme to show you different options for the pass, next one we're gonna use a Hyperion. I'm just gonna use parry and heavy and stack up those furies, and now when I stack up those furies, that will help me increase my resistance against the shock debuffs and also the cold snap debuffs that I get from the nodes because of Dynamo, and I can just wait for my SP2 to come in. I can use that and kill him off. So again, different champion, different showcase for you to use, so there's quite a lot of options for this path. Now next up I have is a 6-star Moleman. Because he's a 6-star, I get extra damage. The icon is not there anymore, but it does help me out. Now usually I would try to get my frenzy on before 8 or 10 stacks of monster mass, so I have the 2 strike as well. But because I was trying to hit Medusa, I got all of those debuffs were purified, and I got those monster mass really faster than I expected. So I'm just playing around here and trying to kill her off. So the best thing about this part when you use Mole Man is you will never lose your frenzy, because you keep getting those debuffs and you keep purifying them, and once you purify them, they are all converted to monster mass, and if you are frenzy, the monster mass keeps increasing on and on, so you will always be in frenzy for the whole fight. And the final fight before the boss is going to be a rogue. Now I'm going to use a ghost again just to finish off the fight faster. There's quite a lot of champions you can use. The only thing you need to take care about with rogue is that she can shrug off your debuffs very quick. So I don't use a debuff champion, or if you're going to parry or use a stun champion, remember that she's going to shrug them off 40% faster. Yeah, so just be wary about that. Her specials are very easily available, so there's nothing too difficult about this fight. All in all, it's an easy path that you can just breeze through and you can just get to the boss, that is Venom the Duck. So we'll discuss her up next. The final fight is going to be the boss Venom the Duck. Now with Venom the Duck, you can only damage him with criticals because he has crit me with your best shot, and also there's going to be a few helpful notes. The first one is going to be critical setup. So if you use the same kind of combo twice in a row, the last hit is a guaranteed crit. So if you use a 5-hit combo ending with the medium, and the next attack you also do the same, you use a 5-hit combo with an ending hit medium, that is going to be a guaranteed crit. So you can basically use any champion and you can take her Venom the Duck out, but it could be a longer fight because of the critical rate. Now I would suggest you, if you have champions that have good crit rates, for example Elsa Bloodstone, also champions that have guaranteed crits like Hitmonkey and as well as Corvus Glaive, I would suggest you to bring those because they will finish the fight faster. One thing to note, that whenever you will hit the opponent, he will get an unblockable charge. So the way you can remove those charges, either you can dex the opponent or let them throw any hits or specials, and for every hit one charge will be removed. So just be wary about that, just be careful about that. And apart from that, it's a pretty simple and mechanically easy fight. It's not difficult. It might get long because you will only do damage with crits, but to help you out, there is another node by the name of Foresight. So whenever you will intercept the opponent, you will get an extra fury giving you extra damage, and you can use that to your advantage with those crits. And on top of it, there's also an aggressive node, so Venom the Duck is going to be aggressive, so you can easily do those intercepts. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot and helps me grow the channel. Next up is going to be 7.2.4 videos. I will try to finish all of 7.2 before the next monthly EQ hits. So stay tuned guys, and apart from that, I hope you all have an amazing day and I'll see you next time.